I was really excited for this game, just on a few reasons. Young Lewis, local lad, first one to play for Salford for a long time. Not even trained with us, mate. He's been waiting for his test results to come through and getting all his paperwork cleared. So he's coming out. He's done a great job. He's just cramped up there in the game. Some of the other guys, Ollie Ashall, Tom Gilmore, not played for about 8 months as well. And we've not had that. You could see from our attack in the first half, they just haven't had enough time together to practice plays and add any kind of cohesion. Unlike the Warrington boys, who obviously trained together a hell of a lot, I thought they were really good. I thought they really kind of accepted the challenge of our big men, of Paulie and Seb, and had a real good dig. I was really impressed with Warrington. I thought they were great, and I thought they scrambled hard for each other in D as well.
We just spoke about all the effort areas and what we stand for as a club with our DNA, and I thought, they displayed that in spades tonight. They got 18-0, and I thought we were in really good control. Momentum was always going to swing in that second half, and I thought we defended our try line there for long periods, and we got over the strike with Riley Dean to drop the ball, and we went Koon and Broom with that opportunity down that left hand side, and we just couldn't ice it. But super proud of the boys' effort tonight. I just wanted to go out there tonight and represent the jersey with pride, and the boys certainly did that.
Just on Luke Yates, I mean, you've appealed today as well, and obviously that's not gone yet, but you're effectively appealing an appeal. How does that work?
Well, his first one was always going to be today, so we've kind of challenged the sentencing on it and the charge. They think it was enough to withhold it, but we're still not happy with that. The incident was complete accidental, what happened, and there's people that's got off for a hell of a lot less than Luke Yates. Luke Yates was a player I brought to the club because he gave minimal penalties away and he made minimal errors. So he's not a dirty player. He plays the game tough, but he plays it fairly as well. Now, I wasn't in that appeal because obviously we were getting ready for the game. The appeal was delayed at 2 o'clock because of another issue. So we'd done Sarge's, we got the result of Dan's, and then Luke's got delayed, which meant I couldn't be involved in that appeal then. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of appeal tomorrow and challenge what they've said today.
What was the reason for the delay? Did they tell you?
I think the judge had a case. I mean, I think they brought our case forward because we had the game tonight, so we could get Dan's and Luke's in. But obviously Dan's was quite a lengthy one, and obviously we got through all that. But then he had to kind of leave. So we just said that wasn't a problem. So Ian Blease and Luke Yates kind of attended that one. But I would have liked to have been there on it as well. But obviously we've come into the game. I had to make sure I was at the game.
It was a big night because Josh Steele, Aribi Durrow, Nathan Roebuck and Ellis Robson all play for the same sort of junior team at Salford with the Rangers. Big night for them, for that club, as much as their man due, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, huge. None of those guys have all come through and played together, and it is a big step up for them. They haven't had no match fitness too, with the no reserve grade, but we're in a fight right to the death, and just unfortunate that we didn't get the W tonight. But
how did your impromptu winger go, Sitaleki?
Oh, Leslie Vainicolo. I thought he was really solid. The big Tongan assassin. I thought he carried the ball really strong, done what I asked of him, and he'd be better for that experience.
Did you approach him about playing on the wing, or did he say he'd be up for it, and you sort of ran through your mind, why not?
Yeah, we spoke about it, and he said, he used to play on the wing over in the NRL at the Panthers, coming through the grades. It wasn't new to him. I thought he'd done a really good job, and I thought Deck Patton, Danny Walker, Matty Davis were really solid, throughout that performance tonight. They held the glue together, and it was just unfortunate that we just couldn't build any second half momentum into our offence in that back end of the second half.
I I couldn't fathom the Sargentson one, to be fair. The amount of detail that we went into it with the panel for them to understand what goes into the week and what goes into a player's mindset going into a game, and looking at people's traits and how they catch and how they kind of lose legs or not lose legs and what kind of player they are, all goes into a player's decision in the actual game. And Dan's timing on it was impeccable. Luke Yates on this one, he's made a tackle. He works really hard from the inside. He's grabbed around his waist. And because Danny Houghton's going forward at speed, his momentum's pulled Luke Yates forward. But then Oliver Roberts has stopped his momentum and pushed him back over Luke Yates. And then, unfortunately, that's where he's twisted his ankle. But he's not got injured. It was just pure accident. Luke Yates didn't have control of his legs when he went over the top of Danny Houghton. It was just pure accident, that, mate. And for him to miss a semi-final on the back of that would be criminal for the amount of work he does for this team.
You know, I think it was the youngest team in the history of the Warrington Wolves since we're formed as a club, and you know, it was always going to be a tough game, but we always had the mindset that we could the winning mentality, and we played some really good football for 39 minutes in that first half. It's just unfortunate we just couldn't execute our kick defence in that one pre-half time, and then we spoke about it was always going to change in that second half, and it certainly did. And you know, they got a few penalties on the bounce, but you know, in saying that, I'm just elated for them, you know, to play first team of the Warrington Wolves and put themselves in that position to win the game against, you know, some quality first team players in Salford. The club's in good shape. It's just unfortunate that, you know, the game's, you know, gone down this path with the pandemic and the reserve grade system. You know, they need to be playing regular football, and you know, if you look back over the other side of the world, they're in the same position too. So, you know, we try and, you know, simulate, you know, game scenarios at training as much as we can and try and rate, you know, 115, 118 metres per minute at, you know, top rate. And, you know, I'm not quite sure the metrics they were tonight, but you know, I thought a number of those guys sort of held their own, you know, when we needed to demand those type of numbers. So, you know, we put them in those situations as much as we can at training, but it's nothing like playing the game itself.